Last week we made this Beverage refrigerator surround, and this week we're raising the bar and making these cherry cabinets. Check it. Last week we built the middle section around this refrigerator. Video on that, check that out. This week we're building the two outside cabinets, and they're going to be a little bit higher at a normal counter height of 36 inches. We have these two corner shelves built into the room. I don't want to remove them in case we change our mind about this later on. So we're going to work around them, but I am going to remove the bottom shelf here and here. And I haven't decided about this shelf just yet. The counter is going to come up to about right here, and if we have to remove that, we will. But right now we're just going to work around it and do what we can. So let's head out into the shop and get started. First thing we're going to do is cut up the uprights for the two cabinets, and we're making everything out of cherry plywood. So we are just drawing in our lines for the toe kicks, and we're going to take this over to the bandsaw. So the two end pieces, we have to work around the corner shelves. So I drew my line over here on the board, and we're going to cut this out on the bandsaw. I have the outside piece here. The bottom is going to rest on this bottom shelf here, but we got to remove this one so we can get it back there. So now we're going to cut our two tops out of this piece of plywood right here. So this is the carcass here, and we're going to pocket hole everything together. So to cover up the edges of this plywood, I got some iron-on edge banding, and we're just going to take an iron, and then we take this special tool. And we're just going to pocket hole these guys right together. Now that the two cases are all pocket holed together, we're going to use this 1/4 inch plywood to make the backs, and that's going to sturdy up these guys. Every day I get emails saying, David, can I use a hand plane on plywood? Something's not square, so we'll just fix it. So now we're going to make some toe kicks. We're going to use some solid cherry. The reason I'm using solid cherry for this instead of plywood is if we're ever mopping the floor, I don't want the plywood to get wet. I would rather have the real solid wood get wet. Even though it's going to be coated in polyurethane and well protected, this will last a lot longer. That's the cut I just made. You can see all the stress that we released when cutting that. That's pretty cool. So now we're going to cut the overhang here out of solid cherry over on it. All right, so for the overhang, we just attached everything with dominoes, which will give it some strength if anybody ever tries to pick this up by the overhang. So now we're gonna make the shelves for the cabinets. Again, we're gonna use cherry plywood and some edge banding, and they're gonna be held in by shelf pins. So we're gonna make all the doors out of solid cherry. I had Kencraft resaw some 5/4 inch cherry boards in half, and I glued them up, and now I'm going to plane them down to a 1/2 inch thick. Each door is going to be made out of 2 panels of the cherry here. I'm going to cut a diamond pattern out, then glue them up like we did with the drawers on the middle section. Squarespace templates makes creating a powerful online identity even easier. Each template is a starting point for a wide range of projects, whether you're pursuing your side hustle or promoting your main gig. Create a beautiful website with Squarespace's all-in-one platform. There's nothing to install, upgrade, or patch ever. Squarespace provides award-winning 24/7 customer support, and it's never been easier to set up a store and sell online. Start your free trial today at squarespace.com and go to squarespace.com/makesomething to get 10% off your first purchase. I have a podcast with Jimmy DiResta and Bob Claggett called Making It, and we just transferred our website to Squarespace. I'm also in the process of transferring my website to Squarespace as well, and hopefully that new website will be launching in the next couple weeks. I used to be a web developer, and the reason I'm moving my website to Squarespace is because I can't stand dealing with the headaches. I won't ever have to worry about security updates and server issues ever again, and I can't wait to show you my new site. Think it, dream it, make it with Squarespace. I've been saying it for weeks, but we're seriously close to launching the new site. Okay, back to these cabinets. These doors are made out of 1/2 inch cherry, and I added a 1/4 inch rail around the back that allows me to add these panels with grill cloth. On 2 of these doors, I installed the grill cloth panel, and the other 2 doors, I installed glass. I don't want this mix, I just couldn't decide between the 2, and so I need your help. Let me know in the comments down below if they should all be grill cloth or if they should all be glass. I didn't film the hinge installation because I didn't want you to see me at my worst, but I did follow Wood Brew's recommendation of using that template, and I'll have a link down below to their video. Everything is finished with a 50-50 mixture of polyurethane and boiled linseed oil. Wipe on, wipe off, 1 coat a day for 5 or 6 days. It's flawless, you can't mess that up. All the solid wood gorgeous cherry that you see came from my friends at Kencraft. They sell online. Please check them out at kencraftcompany.com. Tell them I sent you. So I'm not completely done and I still need to make a few adjustments. It doesn't push all the way back against the wall because I got to work around some trim on the floor, and I also need to add a couple more coats of finish. If you missed the video to the center section where we built around the beverage cooler, I'll have a link to that right here. And if you like this video, you're going to love this video. That is all, folks. As always, be safe, have fun, stay passionate, and make something.